Hey everyone, this is Ian with AlphaCars and Motorcycles. I've got another fun road test for you today. Today I'm taking out this brand new Royal Enfield Continental GT650. It's Royal Enfield's retro cafe style bike. I think it looks awesome. It's in the rocker red colorway, so it has the nice white striping on that bright red tank. I love it. I think it looks awesome. In this video it's going to be my riding impressions, how I think it rides, my thoughts on the riding position. These have a bit of a more forward riding position, but it's actually very comfortable, which I will talk about on this ride. So whether you own one of these and you just want to watch some content, or you're thinking about buying one, stay tuned because this is going to be a good video. Okay, so let's start by throwing a leg over the Continental here. We'll switch on our key. I love the needle sweep it does, kind of the self-check. So it's in neutral, so we'll just hit that start button. Starts right up. If you've seen some of our other videos on these bikes, I have talked about the fueling. The fueling's very smooth, the cold starts are great. There's no kind of lean conditions or stalling out like maybe some other new bikes you may ride now. You may hear people talk about like a cold start, it takes a few tries to start it. Or it kind of runs funny. These are just so smooth, and you'll see that on this ride. We do see we're in neutral. The ABS light is on. That is normal. The ABS sensors in the front and rear, they have to get a signal off the tone rings. So once you roll forward a few feet, that will go out because that just makes sure that it's working correctly. Because obviously every time you start it, it's good that it does a self-check. So you know you have that safety system working correctly. But enough of that. We can see how smooth it's idling. No messing with a carburetor or having to take it easy. A carbureted bike, you have to warm it up. The throttle response isn't there. It doesn't have the power. It can be kind of a safety issue on a carbureted bike while it's warming up to try to get in traffic. So it's idled for a couple minutes here. Click it into first. Taking a right out of AlphaCars. The coast is clear, so let's hit the road. So we just saw Mike there. I just waved to him. He was road testing a Classic, I believe that was. He's our motorcycle and Ural technician. So right off the bat, these have about 50 horsepower. I'm barely leaning on that throttle to just get up to speed here. The speed limit's around 45 on this road. It goes 40 to 45 depending on the section. And I can tell you, we're in New England, we're in Massachusetts. Check out this cracked road. You can see it's a bit bumpy. We do have a section coming up over a bridge over the overpass, 495, the local highway. That bridge is very bumpy, so we'll get to see how the dampening is and the spring rates, kind of how the suspension handles that. But we're not there just yet. So this thing cruises awesome. You sit a little bit forward, but it's very, very comfortable. Where the foot pegs are, where the handlebars are, I don't feel like there's any really weight on my hands and arms. I'm just sitting in like a slightly forward position, but with how everything is laid out, it's like super comfortable. Just adjust my mirrors here, and we can see great torque. There's no one behind me, so I'm gonna brake a little bit. We're at about a little over 30, and you see I just barely lean on that throttle and pick up speed at a lower RPM. Great torque on these bikes. And that twin sounds awesome too. So this is our little road test route that I like to go on, or that we go on to test new bikes. This bike, it was just built, so we just have to put 8 to 10 miles on it to kind of shake it down, so to speak, just make sure everything's a-okay and it's ready to be enjoyed by whoever's gonna purchase this awesome machine. So now as we make our way to the bridge, I'm going to let off a little bit because obviously when you're motorcycling, do not hang out in people's blind spots. Now we have this very bumpy bridge, And I mean, this thing is super comfortable. It's very comfortable. Put on our blinker here. As we're going down in the gears, we have a yield and no one's coming. You can lean it over, give it a little throttle. Oh yeah. I always recommend, one of the first things to do on your motorcycle if you're thinking about modifying it or upgrading something, get adjustable levers. Being able to have an aftermarket sculpted lever that's made to really have your fingers lock in and being able to adjust how far it is makes a huge difference. We have them available for these bikes on our e-store. They're not very expensive and they're very easy to install, so that will pop up in the video right now for you. So definitely take a look at that. But even from the factory, you know, I ride with 2 fingers, as you've probably seen, and these factory levers are honestly really good. Like, I just put my fingers out and they're right there. So that may not work for everybody, obviously. We all have different preferences of how we ride and, you know, maybe our hand sizes. But for me, this thing's great. I'm 5'11", getting on 6 feet, depending on who you ask. And this bike's very, very comfortable. I don't feel like I'm cramped or like my knees are way too bent. So for more of a sporty riding position, it is very, very thought out, and it's a good compromise. So now we're in first. I'm just gonna show you, I haven't put my foot down yet. Do a little tight turn here. Very maneuverable at low speeds. I haven't ridden much of these, and I mean, we can just see it doesn't just want to fall over. It doesn't feel like top heavy. It's a very balanced machine, so you can lean it over here and do some tighter turns. And I'm sure, you know, once you ride one of these every day, you get used to it. You could probably, you know, get the bars to full lock and do very tight turns. But that's me just being careful on a machine that isn't mine. So now we just turned around at our halfway point. I just did that little bump in the road. The dampening is really good. It doesn't, you know, doesn't feel like bouncy or under dampened. I am a lighter rider, so this is, you know, me talking with me on it, but we have great feedback from all sorts of riders who enjoy these bikes. And we sell hundreds of Royal Enfields a year, and we see little to none come back for warranty concerns. You know, these have a 3-year unlimited mileage warranty, so if you wanted to ride around the world in those 3 years, you'd still be under a factory warranty. So that's pretty cool. But these bikes are like European quality. They really are. Once you see one in person, the design behind it, the fit and finish, they're very, very reliable and very robust. And like I said, I say that from experience, working around them for a while now. You know, I can't even think of the last one we had in for like a warranty issue. And you know, I'm always in the shop documenting things for YouTube and the like. So, you know, if there's something in the shop, I do know about it. I'm not just saying that. So these don't have a slipper clutch, so your rev matches, you need to make sure those are on point. So I love that they don't have a slipper clutch. My personal bike does, and while it is awesome, it is great. I think you should at least ride or get used to a bike that has a conventional clutch, so you can really learn the, you know, correct way to rev match in like a smooth way, and you start to get and learn how the motorcycle behaves and works. So we can see there, great power. I literally gave it some gas in 1 gear, and I was getting on, you know, going over the speed limit. So these sound awesome. We have aftermarket intake air filters and exhaust for them that even unlock a tiny bit more power, and of course the wonderful noise. But I mean, just listen to that, listen to those rev matches. And the fueling's awesome on these bikes. You know, as I mentioned in the beginning part of this video, you know, you just blip the throttle like that and it's always instantaneous. The throttle response is the word I was looking for. Throttle response is very good. It revs very lightly, very free revving engine. Just another win for Royal Enfield, really. Like, every time I ride one of these or I'm around them, and I'm around them every day, I'm just constantly impressed by all the little things I learn or things I notice. And of course all the updates every year. Royal Enfield tends to improve them in some way. So now we're back at AlphaCars. Parking it right here. We're just about at 8 miles. Click it into neutral. So thanks for riding along with me today. I hope this video was informative and entertaining to watch. Please leave a comment if you would like to see something I may have missed, or you have a video idea. We love to hear your feedback. Leave a like on this video. We appreciate your support and we do notice it. This has been Ian reporting from our Boxborough location. And please hit that subscribe button so then you don't miss the daily motoring content that we strive to give you.